Hi, welcome back to your RPM practice. Today's practice is about something almost every person with anxiety has experienced: thinking. Not ordinary thinking, but the kind of thinking that feels impossible to stop. Maybe you've replayed a conversation over and over. Maybe you've mentally reviewed something that happened years ago. Maybe you've tried to figure out whether you made the right decision. Or perhaps you've spent hours asking yourself, what if? At first, it might feel productive. Your brain tells you, if I just think a little longer, I'll finally find the answer. But if you've lived with anxiety for any length of time, you've probably discovered something. The thinking never ends. That's because anxiety isn't asking you to solve a problem. It's inviting you into a habit, the habit of rumination. Today, we're going to practice stepping out of that habit, not by forcing your thoughts to stop, but by choosing not to follow them. Every time you choose an RPM instead of another round of rumination, you're strengthening a healthier neural pathway in your brain. That's how recovery happens. Not by thinking better, but by responding differently. Let's practice together. Take one slow, deep breath in and gently let it go. Again, deep breath in and breathing out. Allow your shoulders to soften. Notice your breathing. Nothing needs to be solved right now. And when you're ready, let's begin. Simply notice your breathing. Allow your breath to come and go naturally. And now silently repeat each response prevention message after me. Thinking isn't solving. I don't need another answer. I don't need another mental debate. This question can remain unanswered. I don't need to figure this out right now. My attention is valuable. I choose this moment instead of another thought. Rumination doesn't create certainty. Rumination doesn't create peace. I can notice this urge without following it. Thoughts can be here without becoming my project. my mind is allowed to wander. And I'm always free to return to this moment. One breath, one choice, one response at a time. Take one final slow breath in and gently let it go. Before we finish, I'd like to leave you with something I often tell my clients. Rumination feels productive because it creates the illusion that we're doing something. But thinking and solving aren't the same thing. If you've been thinking about the same question for hours, days, or even years, it's worth asking yourself, has more thinking actually brought me closer to peace? Or has it simply kept me stuck? That's one of anxiety's greatest tricks. It convinces us that the next thought will finally be the one that brings relief. But relief doesn't come from another thought. It comes from choosing to step out of the cycle. Every time you notice the urge to mentally review, replay, analyze, or figure something out, and instead choose an RPM, you're interrupting an old habit. Think of it like stepping off a treadmill. The treadmill keeps moving, but you don't have to stay on it. The more often you step off, the easier it becomes. That's neuroplasticity. You are strengthening a new pathway, one response at a time. And that's how resilience grows. As you move through your day, notice every time your mind invites you into another round of rumination. Pause, take one slow breath, repeat your RPM, and gently return your attention to the life that's happening right in front of you. Remember, your brain can learn. Your nervous system can heal. And every small choice you make is another step toward a resilient life. Thank you for practicing with me today. Until next time, keep choosing your life over your fear.